Hey guys, welcome back to Camp Jim. We are out at our RV park here, sitting by one of our newly set up fire pits. Just some things we're getting ready for summer for when we do get to have families and some of the day campers out here and things like that. And so we'll give you a little more details now on kind of how that's all going to look out, and I'll hand it off to Tony so he can kind of share some of the first bits of that stuff.
Well, thank you, Chris. So day camps, that's what we're allowed to do right now. So that's what we're planning on doing. Does that mean we cannot do overnight camps? Well, if the governor decides to allow us to do overnight camps, we are set up to be able to switch over to overnight camps. How do you know if your camp's getting switched over? Well, what we have to do is 5 days prior to the week you'd be attending is the cutoff date for us to decide whether it's a day camp or overnight. So at this point, we're planning on day camps. We do have the potential to switch it to overnight camps. That has to be decided 5 days prior to the actual camp week starting. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. The other thing you're probably wondering, well, so what is the cost of day camps and what happens if I've already prepaid? Well, we've changed the cost a little bit to adapt to the reduced time at camp. So if you're talking about Cub Camp, the current cost for day camp for Cub Camp is $75 per kid. If you're coming to any of the other weeks of camp, it's $199 per kid. Does the schedule change for the summer? Nope. If you go to our calendar, it's the same schedule. So first camp is going to be senior high, then followed by junior camp, and so on and so forth. So that is not changing. What you're going to see changing is our website's going to start calling things day camp or overnight camp, and that might be a little confusing. But what we want to be able to do is to be able to switch back and forth depending on where the governor allows us to do. So that's where it is. So if you're wondering what's going on currently, check out the website, go to Facebook, call the office, and I'll turn that back over to Chris.
Yeah, and like Tony said, we're still getting ready for those day camps. We're planning out all of those activities. Like I said before, we've already had all of our devos and tag time sheets for the kids already prepared, along with the skits and that kind of thing. And now that we kind of know what the activities we can do and how to do them safely, we're getting those ready and getting those planned out. Like for our senior high week that's coming up here in a little while, we're looking at setting up a laser tag tournament and archery tag tournament, some canoe trips around the lake and maybe down the river again like we usually do. Just looking at how to do that to get transportation and logistics work out for those. So we're excited to see what the summer holds. As well with that, we're also planning out our family camp. I'll kind of hand that off to Tony, kind of let him give you some of the details on that.
Yeah, this is great news. Family camp is allowed to happen overnight. So we can do family camps overnight. We can even do some resort things overnight, and that's another conversation with Frank. But family camp will be overnight. It's going to be in the same scheduled dates. It is starting to fill up pretty quick. So if you're interested in coming to family camp, sign up soon. The only difference you're really going to notice is we're going to be doing things in groups of 10. So that would be the biggest difference. But yeah, we've got a great speaker, Todd Brashler, who's coming all the way from Missouri, and he'll be speaking to us this year.
With that, I forgot to mention earlier too, for the day camps, that we'll also be working inside those smaller 10 groups of 10. We'll be 6 day campers and a couple of counselors that will be sticking together each day, and they'll be in those same groups each day as they come out here for their week, whether it's Cub Camp or Junior Camp or whichever week they come out for. Then they'll be rotating through the different activities each day, whether it be swimming or archery, arts and crafts, or getting to chapel and staying in those separated groups by 6 feet and that sort of thing. Just to make sure that everybody's safe and that you get to still have fun. But kind of like just being in your cabin, being in a cabin all day like you would be at camp, except for you just be focused on your cabin. As far as kind of the digital side of camp, usually yesterday we would have had another Camp Jim Live, but as you guys might have noticed, we did not do that. So we will be continuing those Camp Jim Live shows again at the end of summer. But like I just mentioned a little bit ago, we will be broadcasting our chapels live, so you'll be able to catch those. Also with the Fireside Devos, I'll be broadcasting those still. Those will go to twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings, still at 7 a.m. Those will go up, so you can catch those in the morning and be encouraged by those and grow in your relationship with God through those as well. And so if any of that stuff needs any clarification, if anything you don't really still have a question, maybe we didn't cover or something like that, feel free to contact us. You can call us at our phone number, 218-829-6767, or you can email us camp@campjim.org. to get a hold of us that way.
And did we cover that there will be an email coming out next week for those of you that already signed up for camps that kind of repeats this information, gives you some more specifics. So be watching your email, your inbox is there,
Yep.
as that'll be giving you some more details on when camps are and their opening and closing times.
So yeah, as Tony was saying, we'll be sending those things out to you guys. And so you can be watching for that in your email as we kind of get into summer and things get a little bit harder to get these kind of communications out. We'll be using that kind of as our main source of communication to get the information out to you guys. So be sure to make sure that we're not going to your junk mail or spam folder or anything like that. But we just thank you guys for your support over the last couple months. It's been kind of crazy, but we're excited to be able to minister to you guys in some shape or form. And we know that God's going to do some awesome things. Usually when things are harder and tougher to do, it's pretty imminent that God is going to do some pretty awesome work through us and in the campers and the people that get to be here. So I'm excited to see how that all works out. So thanks for tuning in and listening to all this. We will talk to you guys again soon.